Hello, good evening. Welcome. This is one of the two regularly scheduled meetings of the Somerville Historic Preservation Commission. It is September 3rd, 6:48 p.m. I'd like to call this meeting to order. And before proceeding, I should mention that pursuant to Chapter 2 of the Acts of 2023, this meeting of the Somerville Historic Preservation Commission will be conducted via remote participation. A recording of these proceedings can be accessed at any time using the registration link at the top of this agenda. And before we go on, also, I'll do our customary introductions, starting with Mr. Falvey.
Hi, my name is Brian Falvey. I am a resident of Ward 2.
Vice Chair Kelly.
Hi, I'm Robin Kelly. I am the Realtor member of the commission and a historic homeowner in Union Square.
Thank you. And Ms. Price.
Hi, my name is Denise Price, and I live in a local historic district.
And Mr. Coughlin.
Hi, my name is Dan Coughlin, and I live in Ward 3.
Thank you. I think that's all the commissioners.
Oh, I'm here as well.
DJ. Oh, yeah, you're off my screen. Mr. Shagnon.
Okay. I'm DJ Shagnon. I'm the landscape architectural member of the commission and a resident of Ward 5.
Thank you. And we have several members of the staff here tonight. Ms. White is here.
Let me just come on screen really quickly. Thank you very much. Mr. Chair, through you, yes, I'm Sarah White. I am a senior planner in the Preservation Planning and Zoning Division.
Thank you. And we have Madison, whose last name I just blanked on.
It's okay. And I am Madison Anthony. I'm a planner with Planning, Preservation, and Zoning.
Thanks. I think that's everybody, right? Got everybody? A big group here tonight. And unlike the size of the group, we have an agenda with fairly small list of things on it, which is really the one and only case we have. It's a public hearing for HP 24-000059, address is 80 Curtis Street. The applicant is Anthony Saratakis. The owner is Anthony Saratakis, and the proposal is the applicant seeks to demolish a building constructed a minimum of 75 years ago. And this is a determination of preferably preserved status, which is the second phase in the demolition delay ordinance. So we heard this case about a month ago, I believe, where we determined this building to be historically significant. So now we are here to decide if it's preferably preserved. Is the applicant here tonight?
Yes, I am. Hi.
Hi there.
Hi.
You want to give, I guess, a presentation or update or anything you want to say before we move on to public comment?
I don't really have much to say. I just I attended the last meeting and I learned some things. It's more historic than I guess than it's listed in the city. I guess it was built earlier than 1920, which is what I thought. And that's about it. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks. If there are any questions and things will come up, you'll have a chance to respond. That being the case, then let's move on to the public comment portion of this case. I know we have several written correspondences from members of the public. Those have been received and read. If there are any members of the public who are at this meeting tonight who'd like to speak, please raise your hand and staff will unmute you. And also remember to please state your name and address before commenting.
Mr. Chairman, through you, any member of the public would like to speak, please raise your hand. There's only one member of the public here. I am going to unmute that person, however. Ms. Gerara, would you like to speak?
Yes.
Very good. Would you please state your name and address for the record, please? And if you could just hold on 1 second, we have a 2-minute timer that we need to start. Okay. And you'll just see that pop on the screen in just a second. All right, very good. You can go right ahead.
I was at the last meeting and I'm a concerned resident, and the house should not be torn down. Our worry is that you're taking a historic house in a high valued area of West Somerville and it will devalue us. And that's the big concern. And I think everybody is concerned about that. It's deemed historical. It's got a beautiful lawn in the front. And I think there should be more thought into just tearing it down to put up some cookie cutter, whatever is going on. And that's pretty much, you know, the feeling of a lot of people in the neighborhood.
Thank you.
All right. And that, Ms. Jawara is the only attendee here. There's no one else. So if you would like, you may close the public comment portion of the hearing.
Okay, I'll do that. I'll close the public comment portion of this hearing and toss this out to the commission. Who wants to weigh in on this first?
I don't mind starting by saying I wasn't at the August 6th meeting, but I have reviewed the minutes, the summary and so forth, and deliberations. And the one thing that didn't come up in the findings that strikes me, and maybe this is me putting my landscape architectural hat on, is the relation to the streetscape and the overall impact that expansive lawn has. To me, also strike me as somewhat significant in the considerations. And while it didn't make it into the findings for historical significance, I would argue that relationship and the siting on the lot and so forth, and the relationship to the rest of the streetscape also strike me as something that might be preferably preserved in terms of the impacts on the neighborhood. I used to live further up Curtis near the Tufts campus, which is a very interesting place to live when you're not a student. But that aside, I always remembered as I went up Curtis from Teal Square, noticing the huge front lawn, and it definitely stuck in my memory. Even then, 20 years ago. So that's my other, in addition to what was raised in the previous meeting, that really jumped out at me as feeling worthy of comment. It's possible I missed it having come up in that previous comment, but certainly didn't make it as far as the finding.
Okay. Thank you for that.
I will share that I don't see any extenuating circumstances that would recommend demolition of the building. So I do think that its loss would be detrimental to the city. So I am in favor of seeing it be preferably preserved.
Thank you.
I agree that it should be preferably preserved. It is a unique structure, and of course the lawn is amazing. And losing that, I think, would change the feel of the neighborhood.
Thank you.
I agree with all the comments that have been made so far. I really don't have anything to add. I would certainly support making this a preferably preserved property. Done.
Thank you, Ryan. I would agree with what has been said here. I think that the structure is kind of distinct. It's really unusual to have that type of roof shape, and that's relationship to the lot. It contributes to the general feel of the neighborhood. Although it's not part of a grouping of similar structures, it's kind of adds a lot of interest that way, historically speaking. It's an older structure. It has a lot of integrity.
If no one has anything additional to share, I move that we vote to find the property preferably preserved.
I will second that if we're ready for a motion. Seems
Okay,
like,
A motion for approval or a motion for to vote for properly preserved status by Vice Chair Kelly, seconded by Mr. Shagnon. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We'll do a roll call, starting with Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Falvey,
Yes.
Mr. Shagnon,
yes,
Vice Chair Kelly,
Yes.
Mr. Coughlin,
Yes.
and I feel like I just skipped over somebody. I vote yes. Have I missed anybody?
no. I was-
That's
my Zoom screen. Okay. We also need to adopt findings then. Would like to propose a set of findings.
Well. and Take a stab at it. I feel like they're fairly unchanged from the previous, in that it's the design of the structure is unique with a distinct form within the city. The building is similarly aged to those around it, but one of a kind structurally, as well as I would propose the uniqueness of its siting within the lot and the large expansive front lawn and the impact of those on the surrounding feel of the neighborhood.
Okay. Did you mention that it retains substantial
yeah.
integrity?
I didn't, but I think we
Okay.
should. It retains
that
a lot of
back.
its structural integrity and
Or historic integrity?
components and so forth.
Yeah.
It's been modified, but the form and massing are substantially unchanged.
Any other additions or changes to that? Not, I would entertain a motion to adopt those findings.
So moved.
Moved. Is there a
Second.
second? Oh, second, okay. Motion to adopt findings by Vice Chair Kelly, seconded by, I think that was Mr. Shagnon.
It was.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 Opposed? We'll do a roll call. Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Falvey,
Yes.
Mr. Shagnon,
Yes.
Mr. Coughlin,
Yes.
Ms. White. I mean, not sorry, just mindlessly going across my screen. I vote yes, and Mr. Falvey, did I cut you?
Yes.
Yes,
Okay.
I also vote yes.
All right. I need to reset my Zoom screen so suddenly it's shove people around. Okay. Then that is it for the new cases, and Mr. Saratakis, you'll just work with staff as you proceed, the delay and often these things, and sooner depends on how you interact with the staff and things like that. If you have any questions, we'll be happy to take it to the next stage. And that is the end of our regularly scheduled items for the evening. We have some minutes to approve. And I just lost my agenda here. And then we have the CPC update. People had a chance to read the minutes?
Yes, the only comment that I would make is in the discussion of Chester Place, it references about the brackets appearing to be sort of Queen Anne in style, and that we don't have much of that in Somerville. It's very specifically that we don't have many triple deckers with Queen Anne detailing. We of course do have Queen Anne single families, but it's, so we need to indicate that it's Queen Anne detailed triple deckers.
Okay.
That was the only thing I saw.
All right. I could point that out. I didn't have any particular changes that I saw.
I wasn't present at the meeting, but I didn't notice any obvious typos. So,
I didn't notice any errors.
All right. Um. Well, if there are no other changes, I guess we would need a motion to approve the minutes.
so moved.
A motion to approve the minutes of August 6th by Mr. Shagnon. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second.
Seconded by, I'll give this to Mr. Falvey. Hasn't got a second in a while. There's a tie on my hand.
Well,
All in
thank you.
favor
Norm.
of approving the minutes? Opposed? Let's do a roll call. Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Coughlin,
Yes.
Mr. Falvey,
Yes,
Mr. Shagnon.
I'll abstain since I wasn't there.
All right. Vice Chair Kelly,
Yes.
and I will vote yes. And there was an item on our agenda for the CPC update. There was no CPC meeting this month. We took the month off. So I really have nothing to say. And that is about it.
All
If
right.
there are no other items, I move that we adjourn the meeting.
second that.
Any other items that anyone would, like, we can't really discuss anything new, but anything anybody wants to put on the agenda for next month or anything like that? Okay.
No.
Then we have a motion to adjourn by Vice Chair Kelly, seconded by somebody, Who
Mr.
was it?
Falvey, I believe.
Mr. Falvey. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Ms. Price,
Yes.
Mr. Coughlin,
Yes.
Mr. Falvey,
Yes.
Mr. Shagnon,
Yes.
Vice Chair Kelly,
Yes.
and I'll vote yes.
That may have set a record.
It's the shortest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have
Boy, oh
to
boy.
say, in nearly 10 years, I must agree.
Yeah.
I must agree.
It's
And it's a
Well,
record in the
longer
right
than that for me,
direction
Miss
too.
White. That
I
may be a record
know, I
for
know.
decades.
Yes, your memory is long. Yes, exactly. So well done. Well done.
We have time for another meeting. Any else coming up?
Don't push it.
All right, well,
Well, nice to see you all.
see you
We'll
all in
see
a
you
couple
all.
weeks.
Do we have is there a second meeting in September?
Yes, September 17th.
Okay.
Is that
Let's
right,
get it done.
Madison? Am I correct on the date?
That's correct.
Cool.
Great.
See you all.
Thank
Enjoy
you.
the
Thanks,
rest of your
everyone.
Bye.
September.
Bye.
Bye.